And so it goes on and on. Protests threatened today, and already the fans are gathering and making their views clear. It's going to be interesting to see just how large the protests against Mike Ashley and particularly Dennis Wise are this afternoon in Newcastle. Be interesting to see too whether Mike Ashley or Dennis Wise, Tony Jimenez show their faces. I mean, in some respects, Matt, you know, Mike Ashley has to, doesn't he? He's got to stand by his decisions and show that he's not ashamed of them.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's got to be there. He's the owner. He's made the decisions, and he has to face up to them. You know, you can't go into hiding because of it all.
Can.
Do you think so?
It's easy you sitting there saying that. I
think he's got to be there. I think he's got to be.
Not with them 50,000 passionate fans. I'd swallow. I'd watch this show.
And by the way, I should mention we always have a bit of soup at this time of day, and I should tell you that today's is a nice mixture. It's cream of chilli pepper, Worcester sauce and Tabasco. You could fly those XL planes on this stuff. It's rocket fuel. If we all burst into flames during the course of the afternoon, blame the chef, please. Last word for now on Newcastle. Let's talk about Hull. Their fans have seen the good, the bad and the ugly in the first few weeks in the Premier League. The good was winning their first ever game in the top division. The bad, beaten 5-0 at home by Wigan. And the ugly, Phil Brown's new moustache. So what's the reason behind the manager's hairy upper lip? Johnny Phillips explains.
Pre-season training was a joy for Matt Duke. The Hull keeper began the year with devastating news. Having fought his way into the first team, he was preparing for an FA Cup tie in January when doctors told him he'd contracted testicular cancer.
If I'm honest, like, football was the last thing on my mind. I was thinking about my wife and my little boy, you know, and I was thinking about my little boy, you know, just, you know, what if, you know, that this is it, like, but, you know, you get strong and then you battle through it.
I had experience with a fellow team member, and Alan Stubbs, and when he was diagnosed, it sent shockwaves through the whole place, you know, the whole city, and certainly where Matt was concerned, it was that case as well. But his strength of character was tremendous. It was immense to come back in such a short space of time and actually get back to his job.
Duke recovered so quickly he was back on the bench by the end of March, and he decided to raise awareness of male cancer by orchestrating a sponsored moustache growing at Hull in conjunction with Everyman's National Tashback campaign.
I mentioned to the gaffer about doing it, and he was happy to get along, so I don't know if he fancied himself with a tash, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll see in September.
Have you got a particular style in mind?
I'm going for the Mexican.
And the boss was as good as his word. 4 weeks after that interview, the staff at Hull have been busily growing their moustaches for September's sponsored Tashback. A more hirsute Hull will be walking out at Newcastle. And for the fans, it's still not too late to start growing your moustache.
People can start whenever you want, you know. I think there's people that take 8 weeks to grow a tash, and then some people, I think they shave before they go training and they've got a beard at the end of it. So anybody who wants to join, you know, just get back onto tashback.com and get your name down.
How much longer are you going to be growing this?
Well, I mean, it's killing me. I keep saying to Jukey, that's the longest it'll go, so that's it. But no, it's... I don't know, I think we're having a photo shoot soon, so I've got to take all that off and just keep the tash, but you won't see it anyway, especially if it's a light day, so I might have to dye it a little bit.
He's right there. Paul, you ever thought of Paul Merson? Ever thought of having a tash?
No,
Why not?
It's northern.
What?
It's northern. It's a tash, you know, a beard, I don't mind, but I can't have tashes. But that's cheating.
Northern?
I can't go.
I don't know, yeah, you see
Nobody in the
northern
south of
people with
England have a tash.
I've seen more northern people with a tash, no? God, last time I got up north.
No, in fairness, some good footballers. Can you think of footballers who've had tashes before?
Souness?
Yeah,
Mark Lawrence
before my time. Before my time.
Bruce Grobbelaar, Ian Rush, all had
tashes.
tashes. What sort of tash would you have, Charlie, do you think? Handlebar or walrus?
Yeah, next big curly one.
Yeah.
Remember that?
A Darley maybe, or a toothbrush?
Oh, it could be a great one, yeah. Maybe a little bit of ginger.
I'm like Barnby.
Interesting that the World Beard and Moustache Championship takes place in Alaska in May 2009. I might have a go at that, because in November I'm going to grow a moustache for charity as well. So it's called Movember. The charity is called Movember, and it's Grow a Moustache in the month of November. So that's what's going to happen. By the way, Paul Merson, you have opened a